Chael Sonnen critiqued Jon Jones, saying that he's delaying his return too long already and everyone wants him to lose. With that, since McGregor vs Chandler is not happening anymore, Masvidal officially called out Conor McGregor and said that there is very important reason why they should fight next until it's too late. Well, one thing is for sure, McGregor spent recent weeks non-stop training, so he's ready to fight anyone. Furthermore, Dana White finally responded to Nate Diaz, who wants to leave the UFC. Dana explained what they want to do with Nate next in the UFC and what should Diaz consider for his career. So, first, Jon Jones to fight in the heavyweight division. "We don't need to see your fat ass out here, we want to see you get beat," Chael Sonnen says. Jon Jones gave up his UFC light heavyweight title in August 2020 and has been bulking up since then to fight in the heavyweight division. Jon Jones had been dominating the light heavyweight division for a long period, and his fights were no longer really anticipated, even though they were fun. Giving up his title and deciding to move up to the heavyweight division has gotten all the fans excited, with them anticipating his first fight in the heavyweight division. Chael Sonnen, on the other hand, thinks there's a different reason behind all the excitement. He is certain that fans want to finally see him lose a fight. On his YouTube channel, Chael Sonnen says, "Hey Jon, what are you weighing? What are you weighing? Because this whole heavyweight thing, was only contingent on us, the audience, believing with some kind of reasonable hope that you're finally going to get your ass kicked. That's it. We don't need to see you at heavyweight. We don't need to see your fat ass out here. We want to see you get beat. That's it." Jon Jones would most likely be facing the former champion Miocic for his heavyweight debut, which might not happen until September, when Miocic would be at his best. Will Jon Jones lose the fight, as Chael Sonnen claimed is the desire of fans? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I like Tony Ferguson fight for him. I think that the fight is winnable for Conor. Henry Cejudo says on McGregor's UFC return. Conor McGregor would be making his return to the octagon soon after suffering a serious injury in a TKO loss to Dustin Poirier at a UFC 264. He's back in training, and the dual champion wants a shot at a title in his first fight. McGregor has called out some champions like Charles Oliveira and Kamaru Usman, but Henry Cejudo thinks this is not the best for McGregor, saying he should accept an easy fight instead, with someone like Tony Ferguson. On his recent The Triple C and Showmo Show podcast, he said, "I like the Tony Ferguson fight for him. I think that the fight is winnable for Conor. He cannot take these high-level competitions. He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna continue to keep getting hurt. I think he goes up with Tony, and then maybe, of course, he's a cash cow, give him whoever he wants at 55 or 70. But I think he needs to get his feet wet. At least f***ing win, man. Win a damn fight." McGregor and Cejudo have had verbal jobs in previous though. And could this be Cejudo trying to get at McGregor, or should McGregor really consider his advice? What do you think? Comment below. Jorge Masvidal wants a fight with McGregor before this guy overdoses on cocaine and the fight never happens, he says. Jorge Masvidal has been shooting for a fight with Conor McGregor for some years now, but the fight is still yet to be fixed by Dana White. Obviously, Masvidal wants the fight because of the money, and he fears that he might miss out on easy money if the fight isn't fixed on time. Though he's currently not fighting and is unsure of when exactly he'll return to the octagon, he really wants a showdown with McGregor upon his return. And as we told you in the previous video, Dana White wanted to make McGregor vs Chandler, but seems like he changed his mind and maybe McGregor vs Masvidal will finally happen. On the Block Party podcast, Masvidal told Adam Catterall and Nick Podes he wants to fight as soon as possible before McGregor overdoses on cocaine. In his words, he said, "I think November or December. It's looking good for me, man. Before this guy overdoses on cocaine and the fight never happens. Then I don't get to make all the easy money. I just want to break Conor's face. Let's get that paycheck. Let's get that out of the way. Sell the most pay-per-views ever before this guy does harm to himself or somebody else. And I just boom, get a paycheck real quick because I got kids, right? I need the fucking money. UFC Dana White jobs back after Nate Diaz went over contract situation. Concerning Nate Diaz's contract with the UFC on Monday, he asked the UFC to either release him from his contract or book him his final fight by August in his tweet on Twitter. He also made it clear that he wishes to fight Jake Paul and attached a video clip of Jake Paul knocking out former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in December. Following this tweet, Dana White commended, stating the efforts the promotion is putting into booking Diaz's next fight at a news conference on Tuesday in Salt Lake City. He said, "I don't know what we're gonna do. I like Nate, but let's be honest. Nate has won one fight in 5 or 6 years. When these guys get into these positions, you have guys who have been with us for a long time that we respect and care about. You want to be fair and do the right thing, whatever. Nate Diaz is not going to come in and fight welterweight champion Kamaru Usman. We're trying to do the best we can, trying not to shit on anybody or disrespect anybody. He probably should go on and fight Jake Paul. That's a fight that makes sense." Despite this comment, it's very unlikely it will be his next fight, since he might still reassign a deal with the UFC. Dana White anticipates McGregor's return to the octagon and hopes it is by the end of 2022 or early 2023. McGregor suffered an injury to his leg in his last fight with Dustin Poirier about a year ago. Since then, he's been unable to fight, but Dana White hopes that McGregor will soon return to the octagon. In an interview with TMZ Sports, White mentioned that McGregor is training already and hopes he can fight again by the end of this year or early next year. McGregor's agent, Audi Attar, released a statement that doctors affirmed that McGregor would make a full recovery and they anticipate his return to fight. UFC President Dana White is planning on fixing a bout between Michael Chandler and McGregor, but also pointed out the fact that it depends on what the landscape looks like when Conor returns. Comment your thoughts, and if you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.